Let me start the video. All right, so what's up there, SEO pros? Today we're going to be going over how I was able to grow a $200,000 per year SEO business, selling SEO services, selling audits, ranking businesses, selling programs, creating software, doing all kinds of stuff around SEO. So if you're looking to improve your income and you want to kind of learn what I did to go from a $300 a month client living in a garage to making about 30 to 40K per month, selling services and selling all the stuff we're going to discuss with you today. Is going to be a pretty informative video that I'm going to just run through for you guys. And so this is also going to be connected to a program that I'm creating. It's called the 200K SEO business program. And let me minimize myself really quick. So I'm going to create a program that's basically going to be covering all the different things we're talking about today, like ranking your first website, selling audits, retaining your clients, creating a following, driving YouTube traffic, building automated sales, becoming unique in your niche, and then offering value that others probably won't by doing intent-based marketing. So if you guys want to check out the page at any time, it's just chaserunner.com/200K. So there it is right there, and I'll put a link in the description. If you're on this page obviously already and there's a video, you don't have to go anywhere. Cool. So let's talk about how I started out with what I was selling. So back in the day when I started out doing SEO, I was just selling like audits. That's how I started out. I was doing videos and I was selling audits, and I would do I do about a stream a day on YouTube, and all my clients were coming in off YouTube. Now, if you look at my analytics, I'm getting traffic from Facebook, Google, YouTube, all kinds of different places, referral traffic from other websites. And the big difference between when I started and now is that, I have these different systems that I've templatized to make things a lot easier for myself. Back when I started out, I was just doing like these simple, website audits. I was kept offering SEO audits to everybody. And I would just eyeball them. So I'd go, okay, first thing you got to do to fix your website is you got to go and, add a button. So I was literally manually doing all these audits. And if you look at some of my tutorials from like 3 or 4 years ago when I was living in my garage, I was just doing audits like this. And I was, when I was selling to people, I didn't really know what I was selling. I didn't really have an idea about my services. So I'd kind of just throw numbers out there. I'd just kind of figure out what they were able to pay, and then I would quote whatever I think they would be able to pay me. And a lot of the times I'd get $300 to $500 a month clients. I'd start getting rankings for them. They'd sign off. They weren't happy. So it was a total mess. The difference fast forwarding today now is I have crazy systems set up for pretty much everything I do. I have SEO audit templates for national websites, for local websites. I have a very systemized way of bringing in new clients. If I need to get new clients, if I wanted to start getting people paying me for SEO services, I could do it in like one day. And I'm going to show you how I do that in a second. If I want people buying courses like this one, I can pretty much do that in one day by doing a video, by promoting, by doing certain types of ads, by doing remarketing, by capturing my audience. There's all kinds of stuff that I'm going to show you how to do that you can implement not only in your own SEO business, but in other businesses as well, which will start helping you really retain your sales, start bringing in more customers who want to buy from you and who want to continue buying from you as you create more offers and more products and more services. So first big thing most of you guys know about, obviously, for your systemizations is get the SEO template. If you head to chaserunner.com, you can click on Give Me the SEO Template, and you can get this template that will actually help you do audits for websites. Now, a lot of you guys know that the way I sell my services is by doing SEO audits. The reason for this is because most people are not going to want to buy from you unless they know there's something wrong. So like if you take your car into a car shop and they say everything's good, then you're not going to pay for anything. But every time you take your car into a car shop, they're usually going to want to check your car and see if there's things that they can charge you for. So with your audit template, you kind of want to make your first go-to thing giving audits to people. And so how do you get people who want to get your audits? This is kind of like the first thing. Most people who are interested in growing a business, they want to start selling services. And there's a few things you want to know. Services are great to sell. and you can make a lot of money by managing clients, growing an agency. But it's not necessarily the way that I'm going to be teaching you how to actually grow your business. Because in order for you to use the system I'm going to show you, you only need like 4 to 5 clients. I only take on about 4 to 5 clients at a time, and I'm not running a massive agency. And the system you really want to create is you want to create a environment where you can start bringing in clients, ranking their sites with the methods I'm going to show you. And then once you rank their sites, you're going to want to bring them into a case study and take that case study and bring it into a offer. And then you create this cycle, basically. This is the first initial thing you need to learn how to do. And this is pretty simple because you're not doing anything super unique or crazy. All you're really doing is you're getting your first client, you're building the case study, then you're offering the next potential client the ability to do the same thing. And as you do that, the more case studies you get, the higher you can start raising your rates. So I charge about $2,500 per month now for my clients, and I could charge more. And honestly, a lot of this budget that I get is actually spent towards certain things like content, web design. I don't care as much about the money up front as I do about building results for that client so that I can use that as a way to showcase what I'm doing. So another part of what you're doing here is you want to be able to, in your case studies, make these case studies as visual as possible. So I'm going to be showing you how to incorporate videos like this, like how to grow a YouTube channel. There's a lot of people who are now doing YouTube channels. I was actually just recently watching Chris Palmer. He has a YouTube channel. I don't know if he's still live. Yeah, it looks like he's still live. And he does a ton of videos. And I was asking him a second ago, I was saying, what are some of your good case studies? What are some of your best results? What are you happy about doing? And there should be like a specific video that he can point to, or a specific course, or a specific type of thing that is pretty much instantly like, hey, look, this is what I was able to do in order to rank this thing. And this was a really good example of how I do my work. If you don't have those, it's way harder to bring people into your funnel. And when you create this system here, this is basically just a funnel. You're creating a way to take people from a free offer into a paid offer. So when you look at your clients and you think, okay, well, maybe I have 0 clients right now. I'm going to even show you how you can get your first client. Like I get clients all the time for fun. Like it's like a fun thing for me. And I do it by walking into businesses. Like I'll literally walk into a business and I'll say, hey, look, I'll literally be on my phone and like Google their business and be like, their title tag's all messed up, or their, page speed's like 10 seconds or something. And then I'll tell them, I'll be like, look, this is the first thing that's wrong. And I'll lead that into a conversation about what I do. So I go, okay, yeah, I actually, just ranked somebody across, across town for iPhone repair. They also had something going on with that. All you have to do to fix that is, you do this. And then, by the way, there's like 30 other things I could check just around that one thing. If you want, I can take a look at it, give you a free audit. Almost every single time they take it. And then what you do is you don't make your first clients about the money. Like you don't want to worry about these sites paying you a lot of money, first of all, because everybody's worried about, oh, I just want my clients. I need my clients so I can make enough income so I can support myself, that kind of thing. Wrong. Stop doing that. First thing you need to do is you need to make sure that everything that you make, like on the first 2 or 3 months of a client, is just like basically like just barely paying you enough, and the rest of it's just going into the project so you can build that into an awesome case study. The reason why I get so many clients and so many people hitting me up and so many people buying my programs is because I create these case studies with visual content like these videos. Whenever I build a video that says, oh, how I rank #1 for roof repair in Houston, Texas, or how I rank #1 for iPhone repair in Santa Barbara, how I ranked for web design in my city after moving here, all these different things that I'm able to rank for, people love that content. They consume it like crazy. And so they'll buy programs around that. They will end up contacting me about services. And I'm not trying to brag to you. I'm telling you, this is the exact system. So if you end up getting this program, what I'm actually going to be showing you here is I'm actually going to be showing you how to make the videos, how to set up your equipment, how to have a layout like this where you can do your keyword targeting and get people attracted to your offers. How can you get them to opt in so that you can remarket to them? A lot of people who are watching this video right now are from assets that I've created, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Google, whether it's on YouTube. I accumulate traffic and then I push it somewhere, and I get people who are interested in different things, whether it's SEO programs or SEO services. And then I continue remarketing content like this to them. And I'm continually creating offers every month. So whether it's a new program, whether it's a new service, what I'm doing is I'm taking my audience and I'm creating an environment where they can continually engage and see sort of what I'm doing by looking at things that they're actually interested in. Nobody wants to see a video on like something conceptual, like, oh, how do you rank a site on Google? Like, that's just too vague. What people want to see is they want to see an exact step-by-step system that you use, some sort of historical evidence that you've been able to accomplish in order to lead to something. So the more data that you're able to create around this, the more people are going to be reaching out to you, the more views you're going to get. It's a very simple system. But most people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do the in-between all that stuff. They don't know how to set up, the SEO audit. They don't know how to learn how to contact the client. They don't know how to talk to them. They don't know how to price this stuff out. They don't know how to create the videos. They don't know how to even just do like basic stuff like create a Facebook group. So all these different things in this program, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what you have to do in order to create an exact system like the one I've created to grow your sales to 200K per year, or at least even 100K per year. If you can't go from, whatever you're making now to at least 100K per year using these systems, then you're doing something wrong. So the pre-sale is like $297 right now for this limited time. I'm going to definitely bring this price up afterwards. But let's go a little bit more into some of these different things. So the way I do this generally, first thing you want to do is you obviously want to have your own website. This is the best way to create your first case study. I do this with web design sites. I do it with SEO sites. You just want to, like, if you have free time, let's say you don't have any clients and you have free time, first thing you need to be doing right now is ranking locally. Like, just start ranking your home address. If you can't do that, like, you shouldn't be doing SEO. Like, if you're not ranking for something locally and you have, let's say, a bunch of extra hours during the day and you don't have any clients, like, start building out local rankings. Like, that's what I would do right now if I had more time. I would start trying to rank for SEO in the town that I'm in. I would try to rank for, web design. I would ranking for web design. I'd try to rank for, any type of business. And you can figure this stuff out really quickly just by going to something like Ahrefs and looking at, cities with low or niches with low difficulty in your city. And start ranking for that stuff, because as soon as you do that, you can start building case studies around it and start drawing a ton of attention. And when you start drawing attention to what you're doing, what you're going to do is you're going to create call to actions around that. And that's where becoming unique and creating unique offers comes into play. You want something like, this is what a lot of people don't get. If you don't have anything behind the scenes, like, there's nothing that you're really like giving away extra that's value, because everybody thinks, well, content should be enough. If I just do SEO content, written content, and then I do videos, like, that should be great. And like, we're seeing people like this on YouTube right now where they're doing videos, they're getting views, but then, I don't know how much their money they're making. I'm assuming it's not a lot. And the big difference between how I was making money back when I first started doing YouTube and how I'm doing it now and doing everything else I do, Facebook, organic traffic, the big difference is that now I create a value that people have to opt into that's behind the scenes. Like, you have to have about 50% of your content just extremely value upfront, free content, but then you need to spend about 50% of your time working behind the scenes. So creating courses if you can, if not, create programs, create templates, create something that's going to be very unique to what you do. So like, part of what this program is going to involve is like, you want to not only just think about, okay, well, what can I do to bring traffic in, but you want to think about, what can I do to retain traffic? What is the thing that's going to make me more unique than the other person? So like, if somebody comes in and watches something you do, or they come in, they go to your Facebook group or whatever they're doing, and you have zero behind the scenes stuff. You have zero like templates. You have zero maybe like trainings that are inclusive to people who opt into whatever your ManyChat, email, texting, whatever it is. If you have zero of that stuff, this isn't going to work for you. Like, most of your time up front should be creating some sort of system. So like, let's say you rank number one for doctors in your town, or dentists, or you've done some sort of achievement. Just take whatever achievement that you've done and then apply that to whatever that thing is you're going to give away. So like if you know the system, if you know like the exact system that it takes to rank #1 for iPhone repair, templatize that, turn that into what you did. Like what's the first thing you did? What's the second thing you did? Who did you hire? Like templatize that system and start giving that away and start creating content around that certain type of thing. Start reaching out to people in that niche. And I know this is like easier said than done. That's why we're creating a program around it. But ideally, like you want to go from step 1 where you have zero authority and you have no sort of direction, and start going into creating a ton of value by showing what you're actually doing to create results. Because nobody cares about your SEO website that says, oh, you're #1 for SEO in your town. What they care about is how you did it. They want to know the story. Everybody wants the story. And so what this program is really about is it's about creating your story for your business and understanding how, if you don't have a story for your business, or if you don't have a story for your client's business, there's really no way for you to market. Like you can rank on Google, but this is more about what to do after you rank. How do you actually build sales? How do you build client retention? How do you keep your clients around? I mean, I have 100% retention rate right now for my clients during the coronavirus. And they're literally saying, well, you know, I don't really know how we're going to pay for this, but we're going to keep paying for it because it's so important that we continue working with you, because we think it's going to work out based on what we're seeing and based on the expectations you're setting. Every single month, I set new expectations with the clients. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to say, exactly what you need to do in order to keep them around, in order to sell to them, what they're actually looking for, how to create proposals, all these different things that is going to help scale your business up. Because, you know, I've done courses in the past that have kind of showed you how to like make income doing audits and that kind of thing, but this is going to be more about what is the exact system that I use, that I've gone through to build my business up. Like what does the day-to-day thing look like for me? And it's just gonna be over the shoulder, me going through, all right, this is what I do for this client. This is how I, sell to them. This is what I do in order to bring in more clients. This is how I set up my YouTube. This is how I set up my Facebook group. This is how I set up my own website. Here's how I set up my own content strategy. Here's the writers I hire. All these different things that are behind the scenes that I don't really show on my YouTube channel, because it's kind of the way that I grow my business, and it's kind of the way that you could basically take these things and start growing your own business on these different platforms that I target, and do it in a correct way. Because again, like there's so many things that I've seen on YouTube that like people are doing or like in Facebook groups or all these different places that I'm doing the same stuff in, but I'm making massively more money than them because they're not including these different systems that work very well, like creating the opt-in strategy, automating your sales, automating your relationships, selling audits, creating templates, creating like assets behind the scenes, building your opt-ins, building a way to remarket to people. All these different things that need to be in place in order for you to actually scale. Most SEO people, they have one piece of the puzzle. Let's say they know how to do SEO kind of well, or they've ranked a website, or they've done something that has been valuable and they've made some money, but then they can't create a system around it. They haven't created a way to continue growing. They're just stagnating at where they're currently at. And like year over year, I make more and more money doing SEO, whether it's through services, selling programs, all these different things. And it's because I have a very, systemized way of looking at what I'm doing in order to grow authority, in order to grow traffic, in order to grow sales. Like, if you look at my views, they've been going way up. If you look at my Facebook group and like my traffic on Google, it's been going way up through analytics. If you look at my sales, they've been continuing to skyrocket, and it's even during when people are not supposed to be buying right now. And so why am I able to do all this stuff when most people are losing their clients? I have tons of people hitting me up right now, SEO people saying, hey, I'm losing all my clients right now. And I've been getting more clients now than I have when I wasn't when before the coronavirus stuff. So if you guys are interested in learning the system, again, it's like $297. If you can't invest in that, then you really shouldn't be in the program anyways. This is like kind of one of those things where if you can take this and really apply the knowledge in it, you should be able to definitely get past 100K per year doing this system. But you have to really do work on it, and you have to kind of take what I'm saying and kind of replicate it in your own way. So yeah, any questions so far about this stuff? What's up, everybody? Sorry, I was kind of rambling for a little bit. What other courses have you guys done? Just finished Rowan's. It was okay, but half complete. what other courses? I mean, I have a ton of courses. If you go to chaserender.teachable.com, you'll see it. There's like over 100 different hours of courses, like local SEO, national SEO, beginner to advanced, how I get clients. So there's also another thing that I'm offering right now, which is the Seo Pro Bundle. It offers all of my programs except this one. If you already got the bundle, which was like $697, I'll throw this in for a special deal if you send me an email. It's I'm@chaserender.com. What's up, Chris? Dean says, Google My Business is not verifying any updates due to the COVID situation. Yeah, I know. It's doing the same thing for me. I'm trying to verify a couple businesses right now. It's annoying. So I can't get links built using Citation Builder Pro. Is there a way around this? Nope. We just got to wait. Just got to wait. All SEO courses are the same. Better to take time to research and learn. After all, SEO gurus end up selling courses. Okay. I don't agree with that because most of the courses I do are different over-the-shoulder trainings. Like this local SEO course was me taking a brand new website and then ranking it #1 from like literally just buying the domain, setting it up. It's all over the shoulder. And then actually ranking it #1 for SEO in the town that I was in. So it's like me clicking on the different, plugins, installing everything. I think a lot of courses that are conceptually trained are definitely the same. Like when you take most courses, it's just like people telling you like, oh, well, theoretically, this is what you could do. And this is the button you would click on if you did that. The way I do my programs is it's like I always show you exactly what I'm doing to achieve results. Even in my YouTube videos, I'm doing like live tutorials of me like actively working on clients and doing things in real time because I think that's the only thing that really matters when it comes to information, like actually seeing what somebody's doing in real time. I'm not talking about something that I did 3 years ago. I'm talking about something I'm doing right this instant. So like for instance, this program, I'm not talking about how I made 200K. I'm talking about how I continue to make 200K per year and what I'm doing to maintain that and grow that. So that's a completely different lesson than, what somebody would be doing, like to just tell you, oh, I, made a ClickFunnels page 3 years ago and now I'm teaching you how to do the same thing that I did and I've never done it more than once, You give the most value on YouTube. Thanks, man. How do you authority hack an e-commerce site, make an e-commerce course? So I've done I didn't do a course, but I definitely worked with a client that we were actually able to rank them #1 for bicep workouts and like upper body workout, crazy keywords. They're called Built with Science. But a lot of the stuff that you're going to learn in like the National SEO program or even in the affiliate SEO program that I have is going to be very similar to what you would be doing for an e-commerce site. You really have two different types of SEO, like local SEO, national SEO. And the only real big difference is that with local SEO, you're looking at city-based keyword modifiers. So like, keyword plus city name. And then with national, you're looking for more like informational type pages and product type pages that are not including some sort of modifier that has a city in it or a location. Pietro, what's up, man? Been following you for years. Love your work and your content. You talk about both WordPress and Squarespace. What is the benefit of using one over the other? Squarespace is faster and easier to design, in my opinion. WordPress is more robust and you can expand a little bit better with it and has a little bit more customizations. I think Squarespace works great for people who are more beginners to design and don't want to have to spend money paying for somebody to design their WordPress site. I like Squarespace a lot. Like my Chase Render site's on WordPress and I use Divi and it's like not terrible. Like I still bring in good traffic and like bring in decent conversions, like pretty good conversions. But I like Squarespace too. I think if you're gonna do a local site, like and there's not a lot of competition in that area, like just send Squarespace because Squarespace is just like it's so easy and so plug and play. I want a course that I can learn how to build a profitable niche website. Do you have any such course willing to pay? Yeah, so that would be my my affiliate course, which it's like an over-the-shoulder training of me going taking a client from 0 organic visits a month, doing bed reviews, to I didn't have music this whole time, did I? No, okay, good. To about $50,000 per month earned, and like about 20 to 30,000 visits a month organically. But I wouldn't just get one course at a time. Like I haven't really been selling one course at a time because I generally will sell these courses for like 500 bucks each. I recently created something called the Seo Pro Bundle during like the coronavirus, which is basically all of my courses and all my templates and all my systems, except this new one that I'm creating, which I'll throw in if you guys want to make a deal. Like just send me an email and I'll give you a discount on it if you already have the bundle. But the bundle is it's like $697 right now. And if you guys want a link to it, I'll leave a link in chat and in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out later. Next question. Carl says, I'm horrible at spelling grammar and punctuation and plan to use Grammarly. Do you have any suggestions, like a certain platform to hire an editor? Yeah, just use Writer's Access. It's super dope. I just use that for like all of my content stuff. Chris says, Chase, what drives the best recurring customers to reach the 200K? Well, like I said, so my strategy, the thing that I'm teaching in this program is I don't do a lot of clients. Like I don't, like when I used to have an agency where I had like 20 or 30 clients. I was making, like the agency was grossing about 50K per month, which was not the net by any means because I was paying a bunch of people to work for me. That system was one way to obviously grow my income doing SEO, but it wasn't the way that I liked doing it because I was constantly working like 24/7. Like I still work a lot, but I was like just never ending and the clients are always unhappy. I honestly don't like working with a lot of clients because a lot of the time, you know, 3 out of 5 clients are going to be telling you they're not happy with your work. Like they're not going to, it's not that they're not happy, but they're just going to be like, hey, I need you to do more. Like you're just not doing enough. Even if you're like getting a ton of rankings, even recently, like Roof Repair Squad, they went up to like 110 conversions last month, even during the Corona. And they're like an extra 291 keywords ranking this month. They're just killing it. They're like #1 for roof repair in Houston, Texas, which is super hard to do. And they're still like, well, what else can we do? And so the reason why I don't like working with a ton of clients is 1, because of that, but 2, because I'd rather just be building these case studies, hyper-focus these different clients, and then use those case studies to build more traffic, more demand for my services. Meaning like if I have 10 people asking me for my services and I'm already booked up and I can only take one more client, I'm going to start charging more for my services, right? And that's where I can start taking this system to make more money by just charging more based on the demand for my services and based on the authority that I'm growing and building really great case studies. And at the same time, I'm also using that as a way to end up selling info products and selling programs and being able to create a ton of really awesome videos that people want to watch because they see that I'm generating like these insane results. And now I'm not like scattered all over the place and I'm making money not just from, you know, one place, like just clients. I don't have to rely on just one place. So that's kind of what I'm teaching in this program is like how you can create different streams of income by selling audits, providing services, you know, ranking your own businesses, growing your own traffic to your own business. And then, you know, obviously showcasing what you're doing, creating these case studies, creating videos that can rank on YouTube and on Google, and bringing in an audience so that they want to buy these different things from you, whether it's, you know, services or programs or whatever you're going to end up selling. What invoicing and credit card processor do you recommend for invoicing clients? I just use Bonsai app or Stripe or Moonclerk. I don't think it really matters too much. I don't really use PayPal, but I know people do that too. Is it a bad idea to take 2 clients in the same niche when you have to target the same national keywords? Absolutely, don't do that. Why would you compete against yourself? It's just gonna make yourself look bad. Like a lot of people, like when they do SEO, their biggest, like my biggest thing that I see people get wrong is they, you know, they do SEO for the money, which is great. Like SEO, like you can make a lot of money doing online marketing, doing SEO, that kind of thing. And I've made a decent amount of money doing SEO. The thing though that is the problem with focusing on the money is that you lose sight of the rankings and the actual leads. Like your end goal should be like, how can I build as much traffic to the site I'm working with as possible? How can I build as many rankings and as like amazing of a case study as possible so that I can get more clients and showcase what I'm doing and get like, if you look at like Brian Dean and like Neil Patel and all these people that like are making a insane amount of money doing SEO, almost all of their content is revolved around some sort of story that they've built, like how they helped this client, how they did this one thing, how they did. It's always how I did, how this happened. Even Ron Marino, if you look at his stuff, it's like, how we grew this dentist site #1 in, LA. So if you can start taking that mindset and start really showing people behind the scenes what you're doing, you can sell pretty much anything you want, and you're going to get an insane amount of views. You're going to get an insane amount of opt-ins on whatever you're giving away. It makes making sales 1,000 times easier, and people want to see the transparency behind your business. Oh, what's up, Tommy? We are so glad our company onboarded with you. When we did, it's been worth every penny. Thanks, man. Yeah, so he's one of the clients that we recently got, Delta City Painters. I can show you. They went up in the last month about 124 keywords. We're doing a lot of stuff on their website right now to bring in more local rankings, like the same stuff we did for Roof Repair Squad. He's one of like the very few people that I've been working with, and again, I'm hyper focusing what we're doing here so that we can build case studies, so that we can continue showing what we're doing to the world and kind of continue using that as a way to build more opt-ins, build more sales, that kind of thing. Question: when you say 200K, does that include your courses? Yes, 100%. So when I say how I build a 200K per year SEO business, I'm talking about sale, services, courses, pretty much everything. I actually probably made more. I was more like 300K per year. I just did 200K per year because it was my Stripe account, and like I didn't want to like do Stripe and PayPal next to each other. But it's probably more like 250 to 300K per year. Automation is so huge. 100%. Yeah. If you guys are in my RBA program, you'll see like how crazy you can get right now with automation. Like a lot of my courses sold right now are literally like me going and talking to people based off robots, like finding their information on LinkedIn and then communicating to them with them about it. Teach Chris Palmer how to ping my phone. I'm not sure what that means. Is it better to work with influencers instead of local businesses? No, I think as long as you're working with somebody that you can build a case study with, like it's all that matters. Can you shout out all your favorite SEO related channels? Well, I don't really spend a lot of time watching SEO stuff. Like when I first started out, I was doing all kinds of research on like blogs and YouTube channels and that kind of stuff. These days, I kind of just tune out into people that I just think are cool. Like Chris Palmer's cool. I watch some of his stuff. I don't really watch people's stuff anymore for the information. It's more like I watch it just because I like who the people are, and I like to just kind of see what people are doing. But for the most part, once you get like really once you really start spending time on your own business and understanding like how to scale and how to create traffic and how to build opt-ins, how to build sales, most of the time you're spending is just building stuff, and you're not really spending a lot of time like trying to research, how to do a certain type of thing, unless it's very specific to the actual thing you're doing. Do you recommend any platform for building landing pages? So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just build landing pages on ClickFunnels, and then I'll have people replicate it on my website, because it's just easier just to build them because they're all templatized already. But that's just me being lazy. The best way to do it is probably just like wireframe it, just like kind of draw out what you want and then hire a content writer and then have somebody put it together for you. But that's just like, that's the faster way. I mean, that's the slower way to do it. And sometimes I just like will have an idea and I'll throw it together, and then I'll try to, obviously build a page around that. How do you prove value when starting out? Best way to prove value, again, is like if you don't have any clients, start ranking other people's, or start ranking your own niche websites. Like start ranking for SEO in the town that you're in, or start ranking for web design, or start ranking for plumbers. Just start doing anything you can so that you can document what you did, build that into some sort of template, and then market that on different platforms like Facebook, YouTube. Go into Facebook groups and be like, hey, is anybody interested in knowing how I went from zero traffic to 500 visits a month for SEO or something? Anything. If you can start doing that stuff, I mean, then you're starting to able to capture what as long as you can capture people's interest, you can capture their opt-in. So if people are interested in what you're doing, they'll be likely to opt in and take something like a free template, that kind of thing. And as once you get people into your opt-ins, you're just getting people left and right, buying your stuff because you're just remarketing to them. A lot of people who watch these videos, they've been watching them over and over and over again, so that by the time, I offer something new, at some point somebody's going to go in and go, hey, look, I'm interested in this. And it might be a month from now, it might be a day from now, it might be right now. There's all these different trigger points that people have, when they want to buy. And so the more you can, show what you're doing and really show how confident you are in what you're doing, and be able to keep creating case studies and keep building the story, eventually they're just going to want to buy from you. How do you have you done any videos on best practices for SEO on Shopify stores? No, I have never done Shopify SEO. And any SEO for e-commerce sites? Do you have training or recommended specific steps? Like I said, it's the same thing that you would learn in the national SEO course or in the affiliate SEO course. These are all the same sort of principles. If I wanted to start a t-shirt company for a specific niche like dog lovers, how do I use authority hacking or SEO? I wouldn't be making a personal brand out of it. How do you start from the ground up? That's a big topic, brother. You gotta kind of dive in a little bit deeper with your question, because that's just like, how do I start a business? So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you all for joining me. It's kind of a short one. I'm going to go on a hike with my girlfriend and her son. But yeah, if you guys want to learn any of this stuff, you have questions, you don't really get it, or maybe you do get it, but you just want to reach out and say what's up, you have a couple options. One, you can always send me an email. It's im@chasereiner.com. Alternatively, you can also text me, say what's up. This is my phone number. Text me anytime. I like hearing from you guys, just seeing your messages come in. Some people just say, hey, Chase, thanks for the videos, that kind of thing. So if you want to do that, feel free to text me, even call me, that kind of thing. Cool. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you all next time. Until we do, happy SEOing, and we'll see you. Bye.